Hello everyone. In this lecture, we will see cloud computing management. Before this, we have seen that what is mean by cloud, what is mean by cloud computing, what are different types of cloud, what are different deployment models of cloud. So all the basics we have covered before this. In this lecture, we will see how the cloud computing is managed or what is mean by management of cloud computing. So it is the responsibility of cloud provider to manage resources and their performance. Management may include several aspects of cloud computing, such as load balancing, performance, storage and backups, capacity, deployment, etc. Management is required to access full functionality of resources in the cloud. So, it is basically management of cloud computing is it is the basic responsibility or it is the responsibility of the cloud provider who is going to provide the cloud. Means there are different cloud service providers who are going to provide the cloud as per the needs and necessity of the users. So they are providing different types like they are providing software as a service, they are providing platform as a service, network as a service, security as a service, infrastructure as a service. So some cloud providers are providing all these things. Some are providing some things from all these things. So the major issue is they have to take care of all the resources, whatever they are providing to the user with cloud. Like they have to take care of load balancing, means how many number of user can access their data or their cloud at a time. Then what amount of memory they require, what amount of resources they require, what will be the performance of the cloud when uh, number of users are using same data, same cloud. Then is there any provision for backup? Then what is the capacity of the cloud? Means for if we are using the things on rent or we are paying the money on the basis of whatever we have used. So for how many amount of data or how many amount of cloud, how much cost is there. So all these things one should take care who is cloud service provider. So it is their responsibility to take care of all these things. And by defining all these things first only, then they can easily provide the cloud services and the user is also satisfied because of their services. If they are providing all things at the initial level only, then any cloud user who is going to use that services, he must be happy by using that services. So management is required to access full functionality of resources in the cloud. So it is not the thing that you have started the cloud services and you are giving the services, then it's not over there only. One has to take care of their users, one has to take care of the requirement of their users. They have to think on it, they have to work on it. And with respect to that, we are defining some criteria here like load balancing, performance, capacity, deployment models are there. So cloud service providers should take care of all these things, and then only they can easily provide the services, and customers are also happy by using these services. So basically, cloud computing management is the thing or is the responsibility of the cloud service provider, and they have to take care of the resources they are providing to the users. So cloud management tasks includes, it involves number of tasks to be performed by the cloud provider to ensure efficient use of cloud resources. Here we will discuss some of these tasks. So this diagram explains some tasks of cloud management. So there are some tasks like audit system backup, system data flow, beware of vendor lock-in, knowing provider security procedures, monitor capacity planning and scaling capabilities, monitor audit log use, then solution testing and validation. So these are some tasks. These tasks are a part, or we can say uh, these tasks are the small units in itself only. Because the cloud management is the process of maintaining oversight and administrative control of cloud computing products and services. When we deploy it on a public or private or hybrid environment, we have to take care, we in the sense the cloud service provider have to take care of the things uh, with by using these tasks. The practice of cloud management combines different software products and technologies together to provide a cohesive management of strategy and processes. Now, IT organizations are increasingly choosing to reduce their upfront investment in the IT infrastructure by deploying their applications in the cloud environment. These environments are on demand availability of data storage, and computing power is high because of these cloud service providers, or they are providing the clouds. So by using that, one has to take care of the tasks, or when one has to take care by using these tasks to how to provide the cloud to the users. Then we will focus on to the tasks one by one. So audit system backup is the thing where it is required to timely audit the backups to ensure you can successfully restore randomly selected files of different users. It is not the issue that one is user is going to use some data, one user is going to use part of cloud and other is not, others are working on other things or other platforms. No two or three users are accessing same resources, same memory. So it is not possible in case of cloud, but anyone can access any resource, any amount of memory, amount of cloud, and they can request for the resources. While while coming request to the cloud service provider, or while giving responses to the users, cloud management should keep all the record of audit system backups, so that they can ensure that they have successfully stored all the files of users. And because one definitely will check whether the backup procedure is good or not for this cloud. So the backing of files by company from on-site computers to the disks that resides within the cloud, then backing up files by the cloud provider. It is necessary to know if cloud provider has encrypted the data, who has access to that data, and if the backup is taken at different location, you must know where. So all these things one has to take care with respect to audit system backup. It's not only the thing that which user wants or which user requesting for the which resource. uh, the cloud service manager management has to take care, or they have to keep the logs of all these, but along with this they have to take care of the backup of data. If backup is stored on one position only, so it may crash anytime. Then the backup should be at 2 3 different positions, and user should know where that backup is kept. Then whether the data we have provided is encrypted or not, this also thing we have to check. We cannot directly save the data, but because if any person is there who is having the access of that data, then they can use that data, they can misuse the data. So the thing is, while considering audit system backup, one has to take care uh, which uh, which users are using for, or which users are requesting for which resources, and along with that, uh, take care of the backup system provided by the cloud service provider. Second is systems data flow. The manager should develop a diagram describing detailed process flow. This process flow describes the movement of company's data throughout the cloud solution. Uh, as I said before some time, one has to define all the things at initial level only, so that customer will be happy by using their services. And it is very useful to keep the record or keep the track of user uh, by the uh, by the cloud service providers also. So they have to first develop a diagram which will describe what is the detailed process flow of a system of their cloud, and it should be provided to the user very at very initial stage, so that there should not be any problem while using the cloud. Then third is beware of vendor lock-in, where managers must know the procedure to exit from services of a particular cloud provider. Then there must be exit procedures enabling the managers to export company's data to a file and import into another provider. What it means, there are a number of users of cloud, and if one want to exit from that services, then there should be some procedure for that, and the cloud service providers should be capable of returning their data securely to the vendor or to the user, so that there must be trust between user and the cloud service provider. So there should be some system for this. Next one will be knowing provider security procedure. So again, security is a major concern in cloud. Manager should know the security plans of the provider for different services like multi-tenant use, e-commerce processing, employee screening, encryption policies. So all these things, or all these we can say criterias are there. With respect to these criterias, one should take care of security of the user's data, because who is going to use the cloud, uh, maybe he needs that data anywhere in the world, and that data must be very important for them. So while choosing or while performing the tasks with any cloud service provider, first the user has to check what are the policies defined for the procedure of security in their services, like how many numbers of users can use that data. If the data is public, then who is going to use, who is having the access to use that data. Then what are the policies of encryption, what procedure they have followed to encrypt the data, then how it can be decrypted when a user wants that data. Then all these things cloud service providers has to define initial at initial stage, and so that the user can easily get to know what procedure they are following, whether that procedure is correct or not, one has to go to their services or not. So all these things should be there. uh, so one has to take care of these tasks also while managing the cloud. Then monitor capacity planning and scaling capabilities. The manager should know the capacity planning in order to ensure whether the cloud provider will meet the future capacity requirement for his business or not. It is also required to manage scaling capabilities in order to ensure services can be scaled up or down as per the user need. Now the thing is, suppose when one starts with working with one cloud service provider, that time he may requires two resources, but after some time, as per the need of their project, as per the need of their network, they might need more number of resources. Then scaling should be there in cloud, so that one can easily scale up and scale down the resources or the memory they want, as per the requirement of their project, as per the requirement of their network. So it should be there, and one should take care of this also while going for cloud services, that whether we are capable of providing all the services required by the user, whether we are able, whether we are having the capacity to provide all the requirements of the user. So one should take care of all this also. Then monitor audit log use. In order to identify the errors in the system, managers must audit the logs on the regular basis. As I said before, sometime one has to keep the track, or one has to keep the record of all the things, like how many users are using the data, how many users are using the resources, which kind of resources are that, for how much time they have used it, how much amount they have paid for it. So one has to take care, or one has to keep the record of all this, and manager has to check that records on regular basis, so that there should not be any error, or if there comes any error, so what is that error, and what things he have to do so that that error can be removed from the system, and the data or the memory or the cloud or the services whatever they are providing to the users, it should be easily accessible by the user. Next is solution testing and validation. It is necessary to test the solutions provided by the provider in order to validate that it gives the correct result and is error free. This is necessary for a system to be robust and reliable. Means if there comes any problem while using the system or while using the cloud, while using the services provided by the cloud, uh, after recovering of that uh, errors by the technical team of cloud service providers, they have to validate the things like whether it is working correctly or not, whether it is actually or really error free or not. One should check the things, and then only cloud service provider can report to the user that yes, the data is error free, the system is error free now, and you can easily access it. So these things will be helpful to build the trust relationship between cloud service provider and the user also. And the second thing is by using this, the system may get robust and system may get reliable, so that any user can easily access their data or easily do their work by using these tasks. So while managing the cloud, it is the responsibility of cloud service provider to manage all these things. And how it is managed, so by using these tasks one can easily manage their cloud services, or their cloud means data memory is there. So all these things are managed by using these tasks. Thank you.